Hello everybody and welcome back finally to another playthrough. It has been a while since we've done anything on the channel really. I've been so busy with work. Oh my gosh. Turns out kindergarten is really hard. I don't remember it being this difficult when I was in it, but teaching it's another game. But I finally have a bit of time on a weekend, and so we're going to play some Kenshi. This is one of my favorite games of all time. It is absolutely incredible. It sort of ticks the same boxes for me that RimWorld does, but on a completely different way. There's no real easy to describe definition for Kenshi. It doesn't really fit into any genre. It's kind of its own thing. Best I could do is like sort of post-apocalyptic sword punk Bushido RPG RTS group strategy management exploration adventure game with pretty much a completely open-ended story. There is no story. Your character doesn't matter. The whole point of the game actually is that you're a nobody, and the world doesn't really care about you, but you can influence it. We've included quite a few mods actually in this playthrough, which I will slowly scroll down the side of the screen here, and you can go through if you so choose. But I've been playing this game for 600-700 hours now over the past few years, and I can't play without them. So they've kind of come to a bit dependent on the mods. The vanilla game's a little bit buggy, and this game is really buggy, even without the mods and things. Like so, it's worth noting that we might suffer a few crashes, a few setbacks due to glitches here, but it's nothing we can't handle. Anyway, this game is so enormous that kind of explaining everything is sort of impossible and impractical. And damn, listen to that intro song. Oh God, the violin, I love it. The sound, the score in this game is incredible. Anyway, Kenshi's a bit too big to explain everything, so what we're going to be doing is just jumping straight into it, and I'll explain things as we go. We're going to be starting as a Hive exile. The Hive are these sort of bugmen. They're one of the major factions in the game. You have been exiled from your hive for not loving the queen enough, sent out into the wilds with no food or equipment. If you don't die from pheromone withdrawal or beak things, you'll be faced with finding your place among the insane human civilizations, or the Shek, which are another race that we might be able to make friends with. This is going to be very, very hard. As you can see, it starts you off with hard. You got no monies. C means cash, cats, not credit. It stands for Catan Standard. They're like sort of the only real manufacturing group in the game. And I have tweaked some of the values here. So we get hungry a little bit less, we take a little bit more damage and are more likely to die, like 0.1%. Production, research, and building are all just a lot faster because it doesn't really affect the game. And, when you're doing a Let's Play, you don't really want that much downtime because that makes for more editing, and that's hard. And I've also upped the number of animal nests we're going to run into, and also bandits can loot us. This is going to... Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. I can't change it after this, I don't think. So, if we get eaten by bone dogs in the first 10 minutes, you know why. Anyway, let's hop straight in. Ooh, there's some nice art surrounding the skeletons, which are another major race, which you can play as in this game. But we are going to be playing as a disgusting bugman. I haven't really thought of any names yet. But if you would like your name in-game, please do drop a comment below, and I will do my best to add you in. I've added the 256 recruitable squad limit, so, we can get an absolute maximum of 256 people in here, the minimum, of course, being one. Alright, so this here is our Hive Exile. Now, I don't want to play as a Hive Prince. They do have some interesting stats to all sorts of, stealthy things, and toughness, and perception. They're pretty good. We could go as a worker drone, who's sort of better at farming, laboring, that sort of thing. Or we go as a Hive soldier, who's terrible at everything, but is pretty decent at fighting, and also his limbs have quite a few more hit points, mostly his head. The thing is with these characters is they're super fucking squishy. So his limbs only have 80 hit points, meaning that, if we get hit for 100 damage or whatever, it's gonna slice his leg off. Kenshi uses a physics-based combat system, so depending on where the sword interacts, that's where the damage is dealt. Now, you know what, let's go with the Hive Prince, that's fine. Our disgusting bugman is going to be named Kevin, because, what else would he be named? That's just the bugman named Kevin. It just seems appropriate. Let's see, let's personalize him a little bit here. Is he a bit of a hunchback? No. Oh yeah, he got the swag, though. Okay, we got no clothes, so we're just running around Starkers with our gross bugman junk hanging out in the wind. Make him a little bit taller. Give him some good posture. There we go. Let's lower those shoulders, but make them real wide. There we go. Okay, there's not too much to customize here. Hivers aren't particularly interesting. I can't, unfortunately, change the race to show you the other ones, but there are... We'll run into them pretty soon, the other races of Kenshi. Anyway, that's been 5 minutes of talking. Let's get straight into the game. Now, I think that I'm fine with everything else. His face... woo woo. That's stupid. I'm not gonna mess with the scaling too much because the game suffers from clipping issues as it is, and that's just going to make it worse. Alright, so here we are in game. Now, I should warn you, Kenshi's kind of ugly, but it makes up for... Oh, that's a booty. It makes up for it in many other ways. We will also hit lag spikes quite often as we discover new things and the game loads stuff in. So here we are in a hive village. Here are more disgusting bug people just like ourselves. Let's go see what they have to say if we go visit. Hello. Do you mind that I'm here? No, you don't. Okay, these are soldier drones. Yeah, worker drones. Okay, they sort of do the majority of the hives working. These guys don't seem too happy that I'm here. Hello. Could I get some of your cooked vegetables, please? I don't think so. They don't really like me. We can have a look at our where is factions? Here we go. Dust Bandits don't like me, and the Western Hive doesn't either. There's 6 major factions in the game. Actually, no, let's have a look at the map. Okay. So, right around here is the Holy Nation. They hate everybody who isn't male and human. They really suck, and they'll definitely kill us if they come across us. Sort of up in this space over here, and a little bit down here, inexplicably, is the United Cities. They both the United Nation, both the Holy Nation and the United Cities engage in slavery, and they'll probably enslave us if they come across us, because poverty is a crime in their lands. Down yonder, in this area over here, and up in here are the skeletons. Those are the robot dudes who will definitely... They're non-hostile, and they're pretty good to trade with. They got some good gear. These ones down here are incredibly hostile. These guys are less so. They could be pretty good allies if we could make it. But we're going to be heading here into the border zone, which is sort of down this way, the Sten Desert in the border zone. That's what's left of the Shek kingdom. They're like crazy warrior people, but they're pretty good fighters, and they might actually be able to look after us. There's a city right here we can go and train in. Over here is the Western Hive, which is the people we come from. They're pretty passive. They like to trade with everybody. They also have a bit of territory up here. And down here is the Southern Hive. These crazy motherfuckers right here will just kill us on sight. Scattered around the world, there are quite literally hundreds of minor factions that we can encounter, and a few more sort of medium-sized ones, like the Swampers here in the swamp. They're pretty tough, but they're not really a force to be reckoned with once you're in the mid-game. Anyway, we are currently squatting next to this hive village. They're not going to want to trade with us. I'm going to hold down Alt to highlight objects in the game. There we go. So that shows me that there is a store sign here. We can click on it to see that this is a robotics shop here on the bottom left. Okay, Kevin is currently swimming through the water. Kevin, let's get you into here and see if these people are willing to talk to us. We don't have anything to trade, but you are hive? Question mark? Am I? Oh god, no, okay, no, they don't want us. We're a lost one, we're hiveless. So the bug people follow a really strict hierarchical structure to their society. There's the queen at the top, and if you do not know the way, then you are not in the club. I wonder, there's quite a few dangerous animals in this area. The wildlife here is not exactly friendly, so I really hope we don't get eaten by a gorilla or beak thing. These giant giraffe things with beaks. Yeah, look, Kenshi is a game of information overload, so I could probably give you a 2.5 hour long lore tutorial, and I probably wouldn't even scratch the surface. It is an incredibly deep game that has been in development for like 14 years or something insane. Oh, here's some big things. These little shits will kill us dead. So let's have a look at Kevin's stats, and I want to compare them to those. Kevin right now has an athletics of 2. You increase your stats by doing things in this game. Like, you know, if you want to get better at running, you gotta run. So if we continue speeding up the game, there we go. His athletic skill is increasing because we are running at breakneck speed. And boom, now we're on level 3. It means we run just a little bit faster. You can actually get pretty blazingly quick in this game. There are a lot of skills here. We'll talk about them as they come up. The 4 sort of big ones, your attributes, strength, toughness, dexterity, and perception are very important for combat and just sort of general life. Strength affects how much you can carry, as well as how much damage you do with sort of heavier weapons. Toughness this is probably the most important stat in the game. It dictates how much damage you can take. So, thankfully, because I'm a Hive Prince, I get a racial XP bonus of 1.2%. Well, sort of 20%, basically. I learn it 1.2 times faster. I get experience 1.2 times faster. We only get this by getting the living shit kicked out of us. Toughness dictates how much damage you take. Right now, we take 63% more damage than what the weapons actually deal because our toughness is so low. At around level 50, 60, that actually goes to 0. And then you're just taking normal damage. And after that point, you actually start taking reductions, which is good. The only way to train this up is to get the actual shit kicked out of you. Like, you just have to get beat down repeatedly and get back up and keep fighting and not die. And that's how you improve your toughness. Dexterity is very important for using sort of light weapons as well as crossbows and the like, and martial arts. And perception is very important for using crossbows and ranged weapons. But yeah, Kevin's pretty trash at everything, as you can see. Our stats are all in the ones. Most of your starts in Kenshi will start you off like this. Okay, so we're just sort of drifting off this way further into the hive. Let's not do that. You know what, let's pivot right and head into the Shek kingdoms. They're very hostile, but areas of them are completely safe. So the Shek kingdom itself is actually not hostile towards us. It's it's all sort of the roving bands. Oh fuck, what is trying to eat me? A roving pack of bone dogs. I think I may have walked through a nest. Yeah, this playthrough might end just as it begins, but there's actually a whole bunch of good loot there. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to outrun these, and they're definitely going to catch me and kill me. So, oh wait, hold on. Maybe I can outrun them. Yeah, I did it. Okay, the bone dogs gave up. They're also stuck over there for some reason. They're just taking a little nap. So, why don't we swing back around now that we know we can outrun them, and see what we can do about picking up some of these weapons. So, I'm going to hold down Alt, which will sort of like Paths of Exile, shows you what's lying on the floor. We got a Blade Iron Club, a Mercenary Club, a Hunting Saber, and a Polearm. Now, I do have a mod that adds in a whole bunch of new weapons into the game, so that's where some of these are coming from. Do I have any stats yet? No, I've got a 1 in everything, so we're kind of a blank slate. We can pick any weapon class we want. Katanas, sabers, hackers, heavy weapons, blunt, and polearms. They're all good in their own ways. I don't really like blunt all that much, to be honest. I find it's kind of yeah, I like causing bleed damage because it keeps your enemies staying down. Blunt just kind of beats them up. It's good if you want to capture people. We do have the recruit prisoners mods on, so that's probably how we'll be expanding our people for the most part. Okay, so we've picked up these weapons. Let's just get them. I'm holding Alt and just clicking on the thing to order him to pick it up. Okay, cool. So let's open up our tab and see what we've got. We've got a Hunting Saber, a Blunt Iron Club, some Mercenary Clubs, and a Polearm. Now, Polearm's too big to put in our regular inventory, so we're going to have to use the Polearm for now, just because we can't store it. This has a cutting damage of 0.36 and a blunt damage of 0.25. 100% blood loss rate. Armor penetration's pretty good. Indoors penalty is huge, but it does give us a bonus to attack, which means it was slightly less trash just for using it. This has a huge defensive bonus and extra damage versus animals and robots, but very bad melee attack. If we put this on, we go down to -6 attack, which means we basically just won't hit anyone. This here is just kind of a secondary weapon, nothing fancy there. A little bit of cutting damage, a little bit of blunt. This is primarily blunt damage, but it has good armor penetration. This takes an indoors bonus, so yeah. Basically, the weapons you put up here are your two-handed ones, and the weapons you put down here are your single-handed ones. If one of our arms gets ripped off or eaten, we'll probably start using this weapon right here, and also if we go indoors, because this has an indoors bonus, and this has an indoors bonus, and this has an indoors penalty, Kevin here will switch over to the Blade Iron Club if we end up fighting inside a building. And we've just discovered Admag. Okay, let's head down to Admag. Maybe we can sell some of this loot. Who are these people? We've got Western Hivers. I think this is a wandering squad of recruitable people. Yeah, these guys all have their stats in the 50s, 40s. I have got a mod installed that makes the game a lot harder, meaning that NPCs are significantly harder to fight. What we could do, just to get some food, is something a little bit cheeky. Let's actually go ahead and let's go with a little speech bubble here to notice that we can speak to them. Let's see, so these guys have stats in the, he's got like 10 because it's -7, totaling 3. He's not very good. Killbud. This Hive Soldier has stats in the 50s. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is the recruitable Wandering Caravans mod. So these guys here who are not recruitable are really tough, and the ones we can recruit, just for balance, are toned down a lot. Okay, so this guy wants a new master, he charges 5,000 cats. We have 0 cash money dollar, so we can't do anything. Alright, since we're running with so much weight right now, we are 27 kgs over the 16 we're actually capable of carrying. That's a lot of gorillas, we want to be careful. Let's just give that a wide berth. Let's just go sideways on that. Since we're carrying 27 out of the 16 kilograms we're actually going to build up our strength while we're walking around here. You can see our encumbrances at 41%, which gives us a strength XP modifier of 8%, meaning that will go up by 8% every given distance, I think. It's loading in the city of Admag, so it's just, there you go. The little green bar will pop up there when the game is freaking out. Yeah, there's the city over there. Let's have a look at our stats. So we're actually going to be increasing our strength while we're walking here. Yeah, there goes up to 25%, 26. Very nice. And of course, you know, the higher our strength goes, the more we can carry, but the slower we gain strength because we're able to carry more. So it's just kind of a constant balancing act of, you always want to be a little bit encumbered, but not so encumbered that it completely trashes your ability to play the game. There's a high village right here, right next to Admag. I think that the Shek Kingdom and the Hive are at peace. I'm not sure. It's that part of the. I don't really play down here too much. I usually end up going up north and south. So we'll actually probably play a little bit around here. Where is the entrance to the city? Where's the gate? I don't see any. Yeah, here it is. Here's the front gate. Okay, cool. So let's right-click here just to order him to move. And wow, we're already at 17 minutes. I feel like all we've done is talk. But we're off to a good start here. We managed to nick some weapons. That's quite hard to get at this sort of point in the game. Thankfully, poverty is not illegal here in the Shek Kingdoms. But these are our Shek brothers. Look at them. They got these big spiky boys. They're basically just meatheads. They're built to fight, and that's about it. What of yours, Bugman? Ooh, okay. Whatever your business here, make it quick, Bugman. Yes, we're a disgusting Bugman. We all know everyone hates the Hive. They're kind of like the stereotypical trader faction, you know. They're pretty desperate to sell you any of their shitty goods, and they'll scam you out of all your cat dollars. So we want to be careful that we don't get shammed. They often actually undersell a lot of their stuff, which is nice, or rather underpay for a lot of goods you sell them. But they'll buy anything, which is quite nice. Okay, so this is worth 244. That's worth 100. If we sell all of this, we can get 500 cats, which is not bad. I think I might keep the Blade Club just for now. We have 340 cats. Is that enough to buy any of this trash? No. We can't even get a sleeping bag. We can get a fishing net. Get us some food. We could just afford that. Is there any water in this area? We could go back into the village there. Into Vane. Get some food that way. Yeah, like, is it better to buy food or to buy a food source? Could buy some maps. We don't really need maps. Thankfully, it's a bit cheaty, but I have kind of decent knowledge of the game in my head. Oh, I've got these portable turrets installed as well, which will be quite nice, so we can sort of unpack them where we need to. Triangle Gang of 3. Ooh, we've got a book. Whoa, okay. So the Triangle Squad is worth... They got some pretty serious bounties on their heads. We could knock them out, bring them back in here, and collect those. If you kill them, you get half price. But, I mean, that's still a lot of money. You know what? I'm going to save my cats for now. I'm not going to buy the fishing net. Let's see what these market stalls here have. Oh, those aren't market stalls. I do have the market stalls mod installed. Is this a market stall trader? Yes, it is. Let's go see what he's selling. They usually sell, like, what I really need is a medkit. At some point, I'd like to join the Shinobi Thieves, these guys here. They have towers all over the map, and you can get a lot of equipment at a very, very decent rate. Like, it's quite discounted. Okay, so let me show you how I can't really mouse over it, but on the right-hand side there, you'll see the stats for the various items. This is dried meat. It has a nutrition of 15. Its ingredients to make it are raw meat. It costs us 66 cash monies to purchase, and we could sell it for 33. That's basically what that's saying. Now, do Do I actually want that? I could get a rag shirt. Oh, that's outside of mine. That's just for a little bit of armor, 1%, 2%. That's not really that great. We could get some sandals. In fact, oh, we can't wear boots. I forgot we're a disgusting bug man. We don't actually have feet. Okay, we could get some Whoa, that's expensive. Oh, because it's plus 50%? Well, hold on. If dried fish sells for plus 50%, right? That means that if we were to catch fish and bring them here and sell them, we could make a tidy profit. Because we would be able to get 50% more than normal for our fish. Alright, well, we should definitely get the first aid kit. It's selling at 93% value, meaning it's 7% off. It's a decent discount. We can eat raw meat, and it has the same nutrition as dry meat. I believe so. Let's see. Hive Praetorian, Southern Hive, Hive Worker Drone, Hive Soldier Drone, Dead Hive, Hive Prince, Southern Hive Prince, Hive Prince. Yes, okay. Right at the top there. So we can just eat the raw meat. We don't actually need to buy anything fancy. We could get a cap. It has no bonuses, though. That's just aesthetic. Could we even wear it? No, we can't. Could we wear the little cap? No, we can't. Okay. Well, we're going to call that good for now. We've got these weapons, but they're effectively useless. We won't be able to make anything of them. So we've got a police headquarters there, a lot of police in this building. Damn, that's 3 headquarters. Another faction HQ here. Maybe let's go see if we can speak to the Shek Queen. Maybe we can make some allies here. I'm not entirely sure how you ally with the Shek Kingdom. I've never tried to do it, so let's go investigate that. So we're inside their building now. I don't know if we're allowed to be here. If we're not, someone will tell us to leave. No one's saying anything yet, so it's okay. Let's go speak to Isata the Stone Golem. She has diplomatic status, meaning she's the leader of this kingdom. She snarls. Over here, outsider, says the Shek man. Hello. The Stone Golem saves her energies for the art of combat, not the art of gum flapping, as my lady describes it. And that's why I'm here. What do you want, outsider? And make it quick, I'm a busy man. This is Bayern, okay? I wanted to propose an alliance. What happened to your horns? Oh yeah, his have been snipped off. Can I speak with the Stone Golem? I've got no business, sorry to disturb you. Let's see what happened to his horns. He winces, shrivel his face as if sucking on a sour green fruit. Are my horns really that important to you, outsider? We could say, yeah, I mean, you're not a proper Shek without them. That feels like he's going to hit us with something. Let's not do that. I'm curious how a mighty warrior such as yourself lost his horns. Oh, that's a good response. They were lost. I lost. Cursed tradition, death is the easy path. I stand and face the consequences of defeat rather than cutting my shame short. I choose not to abandon the kingdom's cause for my own selfish preservation of honor. And because of that, I am alive to fulfill my purpose to serve the Stone Golem. So instead of death, he was basically what happened is he was defeated in battle, and instead of allowing himself to be death, taking the honorable way out, he chose to serve as a hornless, one of the lesser Shek. So you were done with the senseless questions, outsider? I'm done. Let's try and speak to him again. Can we speak to you again, Bayek? Yes, I would like to propose an alliance. An alliance, you say? He stifles an odd-looking grin. The Shek do not need help. They win their battles by their own sword, or they don't win them at all. It is one or the other. In the Shek Kingdom, alliances are not handed out to nobodies, like sake in a swamp. What happened? What if I kill the Phoenix for you? What if I kill the Bugmaster? How about I take care of your Berserker problem? Forget I've asked, I have another question. Your loss, I'll take my leave. How about I donate funds? He raises an eyebrow. Or not then? Okay, cool. Guess we won't. We can't just pay them off. Killing the Phoenix as the leader of the Honey Nation. That's never going to happen, so I'm not going to option that. Killing the Bugmaster is possible, but not right now. We could maybe take care of the Berserkers. Futility. You think the Stone Golem needs help dealing with the lost kin? Let them do what they will. It's our business. Next question. Outlander, the Bugmaster. Amusing. Kill the Bugmaster or the Phoenix for that matter, and I'll sing your praise until death takes me to the other side. Okay, so our options are basically kill the Phoenix or kill the Bugmaster if we want the Shek to be our buddies. Good to know. The United Cities and the Shek have a fragile peace at present, so... Oh, this guard wants to speak to us. Let's just let him. Smuggling checks, remove your effects. Absolutely. Just show them the gear. Yeah, we've got nothing stolen. Basically, it's only really if you have any stuff stolen from the Shek kingdoms themselves, or from, maybe like... Oh, I don't know. What is a good example? Oh, you got some drugs on you that you're not supposed to. I know booze is illegal in some parts of the game. We've discovered the Great Fortress. That's a military outpost of the Shek Kingdom. Let's keep heading east here into the border zone. This is kind of like the noob-friendly area. So that's sort of where we want to be heading, to be honest. Kevin, why have you got an attack of -1? Doesn't this give a +6 attack? For some reason it's not applying. I don't know why. Oh, there's a ruin up here. We can go have a look at that. Yeah, let's go investigate this. Now, I'm really hoping we don't run into any bone dogs while we're moving, because that basically spells death. But we are almost at time here. We've discovered a Shiba. That's good to know. That's one of the modded settlements I think that my game adds in. Let's hold down Alt and see what we see here. The game is loading, so let's let it do that. There we go. Okay, so what do we have here? We're going to loot this area, and then I think we're going to call that an episode. So we've got a Kane Saibu, a really high quality one. What is that? Can't pick it up, meaning that it fits in this slot. Whoa, heavy weapons. Nice. Do we take a racial downside to heavy weapons? We don't, so we could train up heavy weapons. It's not really that good for the early game, but hey, why not? Let's come in here. Fragment circle, that's a two-handed weapon. Got a huge cleaver. Could we pick that up? No. Fragment axe, that's also a two-handed weapon. Pick up some raw iron to sell. That's an option. Plank is a two-handed weapon. All of these are two-handed weapons. Whoa, rusty chainmail. And a chain shirt. I don't think hivers can wear that, but we could definitely sell it. Or give it to someone we're able to recruit. Or sell it and then recruit another person. That would be cool. Okay, well, if we ever need weapons, we know where we're coming back. Yeah, there's some decent loot out here, guys. Look at this. Rusty chainmail. Yeah, okay, we're going to pick up all of this sellable goods. Raw iron's quite good. Armor plating fetches a decent price in certain areas, so let's go pick that up. We are going to be very, very slow. But our strength is going to go up quite nicely doing all this. Okay, we got some rusty chainmail. Let's check out the stats on this. Okay, we'll pick up the rusty shirts and the chainmail. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So, we can't wear it yet. Bugmen can't wear that. Okay, so we've got a t-shirt. This basically just provides better arm coverage. You can see on the right-hand side there's a tab towards the middle that says coverage. Left arm and right arm 25%, whereas this is 100%. Let's actually go through the armor really quickly at the end of this episode, just in case anyone's still watching. So blunt resistance and cut resistance are the first two things listed. Those are basically how much damage it will absorb if it passes the check. Cut resistance efficiency is an important one. That basically says that 60% of the time it will resist 16% of the damage. Okay? And then the coverage is another modifier that adds on. So like it sort of goes upwards actually from the bottom up. So coverage says that 25% of the limb is covered on the left arm, whereas 100% of the stomach is covered. What that means is that any stomach hits, there is a 100% chance that this damage reduction check will be applied, right? For the left arm, there's only a 25% chance that it will be applied. Now, we can go up slightly further and look at the cut resistance efficiency. That's the next one. If there's blunt damage, the armor is always applied if it passes the sort of coverage check, right? But if it's a cut damage, first it needs to pass the cut resistance efficiency. So let's say you're receiving cut damage to your stomach, there's a 100% chance that the cut resistance efficiency will apply. If it does apply, then there's a 60% chance that it will resist the cut, and if it does resist the cut, then that cut will be resisted by 16%. Now, I know that's a lot to take in, but it is actually quite simple. At the bottom, there's a lot of modifiers. You can see wearing the trusty chainmail reduces your stealth down to 30% of its value. It reduces your crossbows to 70%, your dodge skills to 80% of their value, and that's 80% of whatever this value is here. Okay, so if you have a skill at 10, it would reduce it down to 8, basically. Alright, that's kind of all we need from there. Let's pick up this rusty chain shirt, and then we can kind of keep walking. I'm not going to carry too much of this iron, because it's kind of just going to slow us down, to be honest. We don't even get that much from it. Can't pick that up, why not? Ah, this iron's taking up space. Well, the iron's not worth nearly as much. That's worth 90 versus, the 2,000 that these are worth. So let's pick these up, rather. And I think there was a rusty chain shirt here. Rusty chainmail, there it is. Let's pick that up and then call that a day. Okay. And while Kevin does that, I'm going to jog us over to here. There's a city called Squin that I remember just from a previous playthrough. And we're going to go and visit Squin and sell off all this kit, but we will start the next episode having arrived here, unless something very interesting happens. So, since it's getting dark, it's kind of hard to see anyway, and, YouTube makes dark videos really dark. So we're going to call it here. This has been episode 1 of our Disgusting Bugman playthrough. I haven't thought of a name for the series yet. If you have any suggestions, please drop them down below, unless I come up with something more creative between recording and editing. I, of course, will be recording this in batches of 3, as is per my standard. If you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. If you have any requests for your name to be in game, I would love to include you. New subscribers get added, but people who comment get priority. So, in fact, all subscribers technically get added, and I've got like just enough subscribers that were I to add a full 250 squad, I could actually put everybody in. But yeah, if you comment down below, it shows me that you're engaged, and I'm way more likely to add you as a player in the game. Anyway, that has been that. We have Western Hive Pack Beast here. Would be nice to speak to them. They won't trade with us because we are hiveless. If you guys have enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you haven't enjoyed, hit that dislike button. And I will see you next time as we walk into Squin. Cheers.